Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say, call halal YAHAWAH by HaShem YAHAWASHI, by HaShem Rechah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us this truth and rule well. And shalom to the hopeful elect. YAHAWAH by HaShem YAHAWASHI, Barakatham. It's the brother Kazah from the Men of Al 12 West Coast, coming back at it again with another lesson. Alright, and the title of this lesson is going to be, With New Levels Comes New Devils. Okay, and it's coming with the inspiration of a lesson that Elder Apostle Ramla did, I believe it was about a week ago, dealing with, what we go through, and the spiritual war. How you got demons on the spiritual side trying to, sift us out, and also too, tribulations. You know what I'm saying? And it's basically something that we all go through, for our basically the furnace of affliction. We go through it for our perfection and for our learning. All right, and ultimately, with new levels, all right, guess what? Now you got more responsibilities. You got more adversity that comes your way. All right, it comes with the territory, man. So being increased, what I'm saying is not like, how do I put it to you? It's not a one-way street, so to speak. And this lesson is gonna come with a quick little testimony. About a couple weeks ago. Something that I went through, and I'm not gonna get into the nitty-gritty details of it. But it was something that dealt with bodily body ailments. But anyways, let me just get started with my testimony. I don't mean to sound like I'm all over the place, because I am on the road. I gotta keep circumspect. But the Spirit's just on me to do this lesson. So, basically, it goes, going into a weekend. I was feeling, down, because of some BS that happened in the world. You know what I'm saying? And into that weekend, it was Sunday. I pushed camp, and then, the day concluded, and then it was the next day. Now this is the key point right here. It was the next day where, I fell asleep basically. You go to sleep at night, and then the next day, I believe it was on a Monday, I woke up and right when I was waking up, right when I woke up, it was as if it was a text message from my phone that woke me up out of sleep. All right, but this was actually a dream. Okay, it was like a text message from my phone that woke me up out of sleeping, but I was still in a dream, and the text message on my phone, it was like a notification. I just, you press the little button on your phone, and your phone turns on, and it shows you, what the notification was. So it was kind of like that. So I turned the phone on, pressed the button, and I saw the little notification, and it said, like, in all caps, "You level up." Like the letter U, and then level up. And then I woke up. That's when I really woke up, and I went and looked at my phone. The message wasn't there. So it was a dream. Okay, and I didn't, basically, I didn't, understand, what that was referring to. I guess, well, I did, in a sense, I was thinking, like, man, does that mean I'm getting increased in the knowledge? So. The week I was just pondering about it, just wondering about that, taking it into consideration, so to speak, and just really, getting in the spirit, of studying and things of that nature, So in the week, all right, bodily ailment happened. I was training, I was doing a hobby that I like to do, the martial arts, and I got injured. All right, it was pretty grievous. I'm still cool though. I didn't have to go to a hospital. I may have to get it checked out though. I'm not gonna put my business out there like that. But it was pretty grievous. And then I had a phone call with the brothers, man, and I had to hold counsel. Dealing with it. I was just seeking spiritual advice. And then I just had to digest these things that happened. All right, and that wasn't even the only part. It's just also the lesser things, the little things that frustrate you. You know what I'm saying, as well. Brothers understand what I'm talking about, man. It's just when, just the little things, the insignificant things, that was also a factor as well. But when, now, I'm just, doing this lesson, it's starting to digest. With new levels comes new devils, basically more adversity. All right, because you have basically it basically comes with the territory. Everything gets increased. All right, the fire level, the temperature gets increased, but guess what? You get increased as well, and it all works out for our perfection. All right, it all works out for our what's it called? For our cleansing. All right, it's actual word. I used to know. But that's what it comes down to. Our perfection, our cleansing. To wipe away our Salaki. There it is. Our purification. Okay, that's what it works out to. Because in this truth, man, this adversity that we face, it could either make you or break you. All right, and I believe that's why the title of the lesson, I think I got it off the song. I don't even know the song name, but it's something along the lines of, when new levels comes new devils, don't let it turn you devil. That's the full lyric of it. All right, and that's something that I meditate in the truth, man. New levels comes, especially now. With new levels comes more adversity, more demons, trying to mess with you. But you can't let that break you down and turn you to a demon. Okay? So with the conclusion of my testimony, I'm gonna get this precept real quick. I did get on Matthew's, but I'm gonna start with the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, and I believe it's verse 18. All right, and it reads, the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and 18, for in much wisdom, in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. Okay, now this ain't talking about the knowledge of the world, man. It's talking about the knowledge of the scriptures, man. All right, the more you increase in this truth, the more hell you're gonna catch. And guess what? That's the natural balance of things. Okay, that is the I don't want to say natural. That's the divine balance of it. All right, because with more knowledge, more wisdom, now you're faced with more situations. You got more on your plate now. Okay, that's what it means to be increased. And hey, man, those are things that also you can see it in the world. A young, what I'm saying. I don't want to say young. Age doesn't really have to do with it, but I say like somebody on the low level, doesn't really know what's going on with somebody on the high level. And I'm just talking about in general. Like for example, you could have a big company. Somebody that's let me get up in this little lane real quick. There we go. All right, so somebody, like you could use a company for an example. A worker, all right, doesn't, even though he has his responsibility, ultimately he doesn't have the responsibility of a top executive. That's a more, that you can't compare his responsibility. You can't compare the responsibility of somebody that works at the cubicle, whatever he's doing, whatever his respective role is in a company. You can't compare the weight of his responsibilities to somebody that's an executive in that company. Somebody that's leading the company, somebody that's higher up in the company. Even his supervisor, man, he has to make sure and look after the other workers and make sure they're doing a good job and make sure his job gets done as well. And the same thing applies with this knowledge, man. The more you get increased, more, you might have brothers under you. You know what I'm saying? And the more you get increased, the more adversity you're gonna face. But that's ultimately for your betterment, for your purification, and to make you better. Okay, that's really what it is. All right, because hey, you need fire to purify gold, man. Okay, you need fire to purify gold. But once that gold is purified, it's precious. All right, it's precious. That's what it is, man. It's precious. It's like, you go to the gym, you got that saying in the world, no pain, no gain. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got to go through the pain in order to increase, man. In order to make the gains in this knowledge, you got to go through the pain. All right, and I'm gonna also bring out, example with YAHAWASHI went to, because the servant is not greater than the master. But first I'm gonna bring out this precept here in the book of Sirach, chapter 2. All right, and I brought this precept out, many times in the past, but it's one of those go-to precepts when you go through things, and it puts you in the understanding, man. It puts you in the understanding, and you really understand that this could either make you or break you. All right, and that's why we the hopeful elect, man, because we hope that we get, we get made stronger in this truth. We increase in this knowledge, not to be broken and fall out, but to endure to the end and withstand and endure. So the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve Yahawah Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI, prepare thy soul for temptation. Okay? So we prepare our souls for temptation, man. It's a spiritual world, man. All right? It's a spiritual world, man. It's a spiritual war. All right? Where it's demons that try to plague us. They mess with us in our sleep. You know what I'm saying? They hop on people around us. Sometimes it even feels like even the inanimate objects are against us, man. You could be having a bad day. You get in your car, and then the seatbelt burns you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's things like that. But it's all for our purification, and also we could appreciate what the divine nature that's coming, that we hope to be partakers of. All right, pursuant to the book of First Peter's, if I'm not mistaken, chapter 1, or is it Second Peter's, chapter 2 or chapter 1. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to misreference it. But it's in the book of Peter's, though. One of the book of Peter's. We might be partakers of that divine nature, roughly paraphrasing. And that's ultimately what we're fighting for as well. Ultimately we're fighting for, the main goal is for our deliverance, man. All right, because this place is going to be up in flames, and we do not want to take part in that second death, man. All right, we fear Yahawah Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI, and we are not like these people in the world, that's just down with this wickedness. All right, down with this, all the abominations, all that pride, all that. And brothers know what I'm talking about when I say pride, man. All that, Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, Babal, the Chaldeans with their enchantments, man. All that, all these left-hand philosophies. We not down with this, man. Our spirits are screaming to Yahawah Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI to deliver us, man. That's why we do this work, because we not trying to meet the same fate as the wicked, man. But in order to, it's basically a purification process, man, because we not just going, wake up and then, that's it. Scriptures say wisdom shall triumph by crooked ways. And that's, that's talking about the first, days when you come into this knowledge. You get tried, man. Your family goes against you. Whatever adversity you face. All right, but it doesn't just end there, man. It's like a roller coaster, so to speak. It goes up, and then you get your ups, and then you get your downs. All right, in order to have your ups, you need your downs, man. You need your downs. All right, don't let the downs break you, man. All right, don't, like Scripture says, don't let your sins weigh you down. Okay, don't get weighed down. You got to come up again. And that's the balance, of being in this knowledge, man. All right, that's the mindset you have to have, being in this knowledge. Hold fast onto this truth unto the end, man. Let none of this stuff break you, because that's ultimately what it wants to do. It wants to break us. All right, like it is written in a book of let me see real quick. Salakia, I got a burp. All right, so it is written in the book of let me see, Satan desires. Let me see, Satan desire. Or should I just say, have you? Okay, I knew it was in the book of Luke. All right. Let me see. I was just looking at these other precepts real quick, seeing if I could get something off that, through the spirit. But we're just gonna stick with the book of Luke, chapter 22, verse 31. All right, then we're gonna get into the brief account of what Yahawashi had to go through. Okay, because Elder Apostle Ramla he brought that out too. This lesson comes with the inspiration of that as well, through the Spirit of YAHAWASHI, Bashim Rakha HaKodash. All right, how Elder Apostle Ramla, he brought out what YAHAWASHI went through, with spiritual demon Satan. All right, so book of Luke, chapter 22, verse 31. And the Lord said, YAHAWASHI said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. All right, and that's the case that we're in. Okay, we're so to speak, we're in the position of Job. And what happened with Job? Basically, the Lord gave spiritual demon Satan the green light, to mess with him to a certain extent, to see if he was going to denounce him. So in that sense, all right, we have to look at everything that we go through as spiritual demon Satan's attempt to try to sift us out this truth, man. That's ultimately what his job is, to sift you out this truth and get you to denounce the Lord and get you to fall out and go back into the world, so you could be like the rest of these little peons, man. So you could be like the rest of these zombies. So you go back to your spiritually dead, dry bone state, man. That's what Satan wants to do. Devour you to where there's nothing left but dry bones. Pursuant to that precept, pursuant to that chapter in the book of Ezekiel, the valley of dry bones. That's what Satan is trying to do, man. Trying to turn you into dry bones. And you have to look at all these adversities and things that you go through as his attempts to sift you out the truth. And hey, sometimes brothers mess up. Sometimes you bring things upon yourself. All right, but like the scripture says, a just man falleth 7 times, but he gets back up. Okay, so even though you screw up sometimes, all right, you still can't, even in that sense, you still can't let that phase you, man. You still can't let that destroy you and keep you down and keep you from bouncing back up, man. All right, so book of Luke, chapter 22, verse 31. I'm gonna read this again. And the Lord said, all right, YAHAWASHI said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. Okay, that's what the devil wants, man. That's what spiritual demon Satan wants. All right, but I have prayed for thee that thy faith fail not. Okay, so it's all about the measure of faith, man. That's one of the things you gotta ask the Lord. When you pray, what I'm saying, increase you in faith, man. All right, because faith is essential in this truth, man. Without faith, it is impossible to please Yahawah Bashim YAHAWASHI. All right, and when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. You see, and that's why brothers make exhortations, man. All right, because it's not just about us, individually. It's not just about me, so to speak. All right, it's about we working out our own salvation with fear and trembling, and then we looking at the next man. You good, brother? You know what I'm saying? We checking up on brothers. We make these exhortations, and Lord willing, it strengthens up a brother, man. It strengthens our akim. All right, because we in this thing as a single unit. All right, that's what it means to be in a body. Every member is how do I put it to you? Every member has their own function. All right, and we all work together collectively as a single unit. Okay. And in order for that to run smooth, we must give out exhortations. We must encourage brothers, exhort brothers, what I'm saying, and make sure brothers is good, man. That's what it, like it's like a car, man. Like you can't expect your car to function well if it don't get an oil change. You got parts that are clicking, making rattling sounds. Your car gonna break down, man. If you don't keep your car smooth, running nice and smooth, that car is gonna break down. All right, so that's part about being in this knowledge, man. You make sure brothers under you are doing good, man. Some brothers are messing up, man. You gotta bring out judgments, suspensions, things of that nature. In order to keep the machine running smooth, in order to keep the body running smooth, because you don't want a cancer in your body. So this thing is not just about ourselves individually, but it's also about the man next to you. All right, it's also about the man next to you, and we all work out our own salvation. Ultimately, we're not gonna hold brothers' hands like 24/7, man. brothers gotta, be, they gotta walk their own walk too. It can't be in toddler stages where they don't know how to walk and you gotta carry him around all the time. Brother has to be increased to where he could walk his path as well, man. That's what it means to strengthen our brethren, man, as well. All right, so we're gonna get into the book of Matthew, chapter 2. All right, now I just want to bring out this point, man, because the servant is not greater than the master, man. YAHAWASHI, even before he went on the cross, he was facing adversity, man. All right, the adversity we face. All right, Elder Apostle Ramla, he brought this out as well, man. The adversity he faces is we can't compare that to what the Lord went through, man. All right, and I'm gonna bring this point out. The book of Matthew, chapter 2. I'm just gonna get straight to the point. Chapter 2, verse 16. All right, this is after YAHAWASHI was born, and the wise men didn't do what Herod wanted them to do, which was to bring him, YAHAWASHI to him so he could kill him, man. All right, see, this is the type of tribulation that YAHAWASHI was going through, man. He was just a baby, 2 years old, barely learning how to walk, and Herod was out here killing young kids, hoping to kill him. Okay, we're gonna get into that. Matthew chapter 2 and 16. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceeding wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem, in all the coasts thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men. Okay, so, bro, YAHAWASHI was probably barely learning how to walk, and he already had people trying to kill him. People sending armies to go kill him, man. And he was in Egypt, of course. The Lord delivered him. All right, but it has to, it goes into, you have to take that into account. You have to be mindful of that. All right, the hell that and the adversity that YAHAWASHI was catching. He was barely learning how to walk. Devils was out here sending armies to go kill him, man. Where they thought he was residing at. This stuff is no joke, man. All right, and the servant isn't greater than the master, man. We're not just gonna be in this truth and everything's gonna be all fine and dandy. Everything's gonna be all good. Nah, we have to catch this hell. And that's why I have to do that lesson. Through the Spirit, that one time, embrace the heat. You gotta embrace the heat, man. All right, you gotta embrace it. You gotta, and also too, it's not no, what I'm saying, not no weird thing, but you gotta embrace it, and you gotta filter it through the scriptures, man. Because all in all this is a test, man. All right, it's all a test from on high. See if you're gonna hold fast into this truth, or if you're gonna turn your back on YAHAWASHI. All right, that's what it all is, man. Okay, so I believe I made my points through the Spirit, man. All right, Lord willing, it's an edifying lesson to the Akim. It's a good exhortation, strengthen us as our brethren. Strengthen us. And with that, I'm gonna say, call Allah Yahawah Ba'ashim YAHAWASHI Ba'ashim Rakaha Kodash for giving me the Spirit to do this lesson. All right, and double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, for teaching us this truth and ruling well. Okay, with that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next.